Hi again. This episode has been hard. It's been hard to make this episode. But, well, the thing is, I made the entire episode, and then I realized I had the wrong character. But the thing is, I thought the right character, didn't have any kind of history. Turns out he's got, like, two incarnations, whatever you would call it, that came out around the same time for some reason. I don't know. So, yeah, I should have dug a little deeper. But, anyway, today's episode is on Mer-Boy, a love interest of Wonder Woman, and someone who, had a rivalry. It's not gonna say it here, it looks like, but, this character had a rivalry for Wonder Woman, between himself and a character named Bird-Boy. And, yeah, so let's get right into, creators, first off. He was created by the team of Robert Kaniger. So there's that name again. We've seen that name. I don't really know who that is. Like, I don't know a lot of his work, but... And Ross Andrew? Or Andrew? How would you pronounce that? I don't know. And Mike Esposito. So, not familiar names. Not familiar names. His first appearance was in Wonder Woman number 107 in 1959. And his last appearance was in Wonder Woman number 152 in 1965. So, he lasted 6 years. That's good. That's a good run. That's longer than a lot of the people on the list. So, let's get into history. Mer-Boy was a young merman who harbored a romantic interest for the Amazon adventurer Diana when they were teenagers. When Mer-Boy grew up, he took the name Merman and reunited with Diana, who was now operating under the guise of Wonder Woman. So, yeah. If we go to powers, it says, Mer-Person is the bullet, but there's side points like amphibian, animal, empathy, and water sense. What is that? I have to click the link. Tempest using his mystical powers to... Water sense is a term used to describe the ability of some characters to perceive the ebb and flow of a body of water with extreme accuracy. So basically they know where it goes and maybe the extent of it. That's interesting. So yeah, beyond that, there's not much. Abilities, diving, and swimming. His weakness is having no legs. He's a mermaid person, so he has no legs. I'm not kidding, it says that. I guess that explains the picture I'm gonna use. I read out the whole thing for another Mer-Boy, and thinking this right here didn't exist, when this is why I put him on the list. And I feel bad now. See, I knew that the Mer-Boy that was into Wonder Woman was either Rano or Mano. This one, his real name is Rano, and one of his aliases is Mano. Rano and Mano were developed prior to this guy. They were brothers, and yeah. But that was another universe, so that wasn't really canon. So, yeah. They kind of superficially do that sometimes. Not in this case. I can see how they cleaned up the details, made it to where it made more sense. Because if one exists, then who's the other guy? And why did I do a whole video on a third Mer-Boy who was smitten with Supergirl? Because that's a thing, apparently. This is an interesting quote. His quotes, which is like right at the top, it says, "You are the prettiest fish I have ever seen." Who is he talking to? Was he talking to Wonder Woman? Because that would be funny. But was he talking to a fish? I need to know this now. I don't know how I would find out, but I don't know. No, there's no way. But I do like the picture that they used. That is the thumbnail, so. If you want to know what he looks like, he is the thumbnail, and I don't even know what else to put in this video. So, I'm getting a phone call anyway. Okay, well, I suppose one thing we could do is tap on this link for animal empathy. It's one of his powers, and we're gonna figure out what that is exactly, because I don't know. Is it like Animal Man? Does he take on the abilities of animals, or does he it's probably more like what Aquaman does. Okay, the picture they used for this power, it doesn't look like Vixen has much control of those wolves. They don't look happy with her. Sometimes called animal senses, it can be described as the ability to sense the presence of animals due to a sixth sense. So, it's like knowing where an animal is, or if an animal's close or something. This ability allows the character to feel the animal, understand its needs and wants, as well as understand its emotions. So it's a lot deeper. So it's like a total understanding of an animal. So yeah, that's a interesting power, and I'm glad that we have a character that's like that on the list, because that's new, and I don't think we've ever seen that on the old 62 before. But, I don't know, I might be wrong. Animal empathy is not really a common power anyway. There's Vixen, Aquaman, and Animal Man, but I don't really know, like, others. I can't think of any, so it's not a common power. and I like this concept, I like this character, so that's part of why he was on the list. And I really have nothing else. I really don't. So I'll see you next time. Who do we have next time? Because it's always good to ask, not to know, but to give you a little idea. I'll give you something to expect, because I don't want to come out and say it. I don't. But, tomorrow's video is going to be on, I think we've already talked about him before. I don't know. He doesn't really have powers. He just, it's like his, the way he is his power. It's a physical change. He's not a normal person. So, yeah. I'll see you then. And, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like and subscribe, do whatever you want. And maybe stick around for the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.